After spending your break to talk to Saloon, you all continue with your school day, waiting for a good opportunity to talk to Alesha. And you think you might found one. As after lunch you have English together with your teacher Magnus. He have assigned you all to small groups to read a passage of the Iliad, and as luck would have it, Homerun, May and Melora are seated together with Alesha to discuss the piece of literature. Okay everyone, you have all gotten the introduction to the Iliad. I want you all to read it together, and then I want you to discuss the themes together, and after that you all will be giving a small presentation to the class about the themes of that passage. I'm just going to go and check up on a few things, and I expect you all to behave properly during this session. If any one of you wants to discuss outside the classroom, you're allowed to do so. Just remember to return in 30 minutes. And Magnus start making his way out of the classroom to prepare some other things while you discuss the piece of literature. You see from all around you people starting to talk a little bit, and many of them actually starts leaving the classroom to go on their own little adventure of literature and conversation. Unfortunately, Mac was not in your group, and you see him being almost pushed away with the other members of his group, going towards the center of the school, trying to discuss it in a more relaxed environment. The only one remaining in the classroom are you and 3 of the other students. All of them seem to be a little bit socially distant, and they try to speak to each other, but it's almost borderline ignoring, where they just read their passages in silence and going up with 1 or 2 comments afterwards. You see beside you the girl that has become one of your suspects, Alesha. You have seen her before in class, but she's very quiet and rarely speaks up. But there is something that catches your eye about her. She is sitting in a wheelchair, and in addition to that, she seems to actually be a bit younger than you, looking more like she's 13, 14 rather than 16 like the rest of the class. She sits there, starts reading the passage, and do not really engage, as it has kind of been established so far that you, the Hero Course kids, are a clique, and it's kind of hard to penetrate that kind of group dynamic that you have going so far.
May looks at Alesha. She looks at the text in front of her. She looks back to Alesha, and then starts reading the text.
Sing, goddess! Achilles' rage, blackened murderers that cost the Greeks. Oh hey, goddess! Speaking of goddess, Alesha, you do magic!
As soon as you say her name, Alesha seems to be ripped out from her inner world of reading and looks up to you in a small bit of shock, and you see her slowly processing what you said. Yeah, I do magic. Why do you wonder?
Do you know of any magic shenanigans going on in the school lately?
There's many magic shenanigans in the school. You see her looking down to the paper. She seems intimidated by you, but it seems to be more of an intimidation that comes from being stuck with a bunch of older kids and you not knowing any of them, rather than anything else.
May looks at her, opens and shuts her mouth, then looks at Melora.
I think we need a good cop here.
Oh no, please not again. I can't handle this. It didn't go well the last time.
Homerun, can you be a good cop?
I can try.
I believe in you, man.
Melora looks over at Homerun and smiles a bit and says,
Try and give her a compliment. Maybe she will take to us more lightly. She seems a bit scared of us.
Okay. I mean, come on now, May. We don't need to focus on that. I mean, I really want to get this thing done. And I mean, Alesha, you seem deep in reading. Like, did you notice anything in the text? Are you getting at this all Homer stuff about the gods and anger?
Oh yeah, I kind of already read this in the original Greek when I was 5. I'm
What?
familiar. Sorry, that might not be what most people do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. And you see her shy away a little bit from it, like she just insulted you.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, it's great. It's actually, I mean, kind of amazing. I mean, you read it in Greek when you were 5?
Yeah, I was kind of practicing my ancient Greek by then, and it seemed appropriate to read the Iliad.
Ah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, I was totally doing like the same kind of stuff when I was 5. I mean, like not on that level. I was more thinking about, thinking about learning, what way the first 9 numbers in the alphabet were going in, if you know what I mean.
I think so. I'm sorry, I was homeschooled most of my life. I don't really know how. I don't really know the level of reading you should know by that age. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's absolutely fine. We're all learning. I mean, that's why we're in school and all. But like, so you were like reading Greek when you were 5. That's great. That's cool. Like, what are you reading right now? Now when you're like not 5.
I don't. You see Alesha take a breath, center herself, and you kind of see her smile now, and not that kind of nervous smile that you get when you're in a minor panic. I'm currently trying to read Sanskrit and some Sumerian. Grandma said that they are pretty good for knowing some more of the ancient magic and the stuff like that. I already know some of the others, like Mandarin, Latin, Old Norse, and stuff like that. You know, old scriptures that most magic is written in. She says it's good to know those if you're trying to advance your understanding of it.
Whoa, that's gnarly. I mean, I don't know anything about Sanskrit, but it sounds like it's one of the oldest languages in the world.
Yeah, it is. Many more of the ancient spells and stuff like that are written in it, and you need the precision. So, knowing that is quite important if you really want to get the details of it.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Oh, right. But, okay. So, like, but what were, like, the people in the olden days, like, focusing on? I mean, I've been talking to people who use magic here, and it feels like it's so precise, yet mundane. Like, what were important for those people back in the day in the sand times?
I don't think sand time is the appropriate way to say it, but it's like old philosophers, those talking about how the world is structured on a fundamental level. It's the same about these scriptures. It's just people trying to understand the rules and nature of magic in the same way that we try to understand physics. It's just, and you see her kind of deflate a bit. Most casters are, attuned to their magic, so they have an innate understanding. So many of their scriptures are written for those kind of people, and those who aren't are kind of secretive. Magic hasn't been publicly known in the same way as today for some time, and many mages are very well guarded about what kind of magic they can do. So it's kind of hard to find stuff if you are not have the right resources or can look at the right places, so to say. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Ah, okay.
Yeah, and since I don't have any natural magical power in me, I'm kind of in a disadvantage regarding that. It's like trying to understand color theory without ever having the ability to see.
Huh. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. But at the same time, it could be like learning how to see colors without, getting imprinted on with what a color should be. And you will, from the get-go, make your own colors.
You see her smile, quite big, and a surge of energy seems to take over her for a bit. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. People like me that have no natural inclination, we are not influenced by the magic and instinct that those kind of wizards have. Like, if someone can do fire magic, they have an instinct that tells them how to do it, but that is quite limiting because that is like jumping over all the basics to directly learn the advanced stuff. So you know how to do stuff practically, but you have no real understanding of the basics, how it fundamentally works. It's like they can do nuclear physics without having to know the basics of Newtonic forces or gravity, but they still can do stuff with it, but it's so and they get actual results, but it's so incomplete that no one that is not them can understand. Yeah, like that. And you see her kind of stop a bit and blushes and kind of rolls a little bit to the side with her wheelchair. Sorry, yeah. She seems to be a little bit embarrassed about going into a passionate rant about this subject. She seems to be really into the theoretical field of magic.
Whoa. For being someone who, like, as you said, don't have any, like, innate magical abilities, you sure seem like a person who is really attuned to it at the same time. Your passion is really showing. It's kind of inspiring.
You see her kind of squirm, and the blush gets even harder. She seems to have a little bit of trouble taking in the compliments in an effective way, and she seems kind of at a loss of words. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, anytime. It's no problem at all. So, like, I mean, if we would go back to, like, the color theory stuff, like, is there any kind of color you're trying to see right now? Like, are you, like, trying to see the green of nature, or, like, the brown of the earth, or, I don't know, the purple of the intellect or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of have one thing I really want to achieve. I kind of want to try and unify magic and physics in a kind of way. Try to find where they interlap and see how both of them can better work in a unified system. Yeah.
Oh, so, like, combining the, like, white and black in the world, the hard and the soft, the, like, tangible and untangible.
No, not really like that. Those still are connected in a way. It's less like trying to compare two colors and more trying to find where a sound meets a color in its rules. It's kind of hard to explain. Do you know anything about magical understanding and nuclear physics and particle physics and the like?
No. I can't really say I do. I mean, I know like some parts, but like not. I would still say no to that question. But whenever I have question about that, I just turn over to my good friend here. Isn't that right, May?
You do?
Yeah. I mean, you're smart. Both you and Melora, you're like super smart, and you like know a lot of stuff about those kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I know stuff.
Melora just looks at him, completely awestruck.
But yeah. Hi, I'm May.
Hi, I'm Alesha.
I'm Melora. Hi.
Hi, Melora. Hi, May.
So you were homeschooled? I was homeschooled.
Oh, I see. So you finished schooling and joined because of the hero class like Val?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, nice. It's kind of, daunting. There's so few students here that are actually done with PhDs and stuff like that, so it kind of feels a little hard to connect,
Oh yeah, my mom. You know my mom, Mithril. She got a PhD in like my age. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. It's in robotics, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that just half a year ago. That can be really hard. It's very impressive.
Wait, you're building magical robots?
It's not magical robots. It's more like
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
but it's not robots. I'm sorry, it's not robots. It's machinery that works with magic and physics. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I really want a magical robot. I should talk to my mom.
I think that already exists. Golems.
Golems. You mean like? May suddenly remembers what they were actually trying to accomplish with this conversation. Wait, golems? You mean like a people who looks like a person, walks like a person, but doesn't talk and be a person?
It's more complicated, but than that, it involves quite a bit of soul implementation and connection, and depending on which category of golem you're talking about, you need different set of spells and cores and.
So theoretically, if you slapped a golem,
Okay.
would you like dent their face?
That depends on the golem. I mean, if it was made by, I don't know, sand or clay, maybe, but
Or a cat?
oh God, who would make a golem out of cat parts? That's
Oh
kind of
no,
gross.
I meant the cat made the golem.
May, she doesn't know the situation. Change the subject.
Golem, a robot golem. Would that be something you're into?
It is a it is a cool thing, but that's not what I'm trying to achieve. It seems kind of redundant.
What about like surveillance? And she very casually leans closer.
A surveillance golem? I've heard some about those. People making bird-shaped things with some kind of visibility spell on them, but that mostly takes more than one person. Most wizard can't really... Most wizard have a themed source of energy in them, and there are very few that do not, so combining a golem crafting and vision crafting, that is...
Let me interrupt you
Oh.
there, Alesha.
Yeah?
You sound like you have experience in surveillance magic. She
Yeah.
leans even closer.
Yeah, I know... I know many types of magic. I learned the basic of surveillance magic when I was 6.
Wait, you were a spy when you were 6?
No, my... You see, my grandma is... My family is... It has many magical traditions, and my grandma is Runecarver, so it was kind of expected for me to learn magic, but I kind of took a... I was kind of good at it, so I learned faster than most.
Okay, so like, do you have a PhD in surveillance curses?
No, the magic community hasn't gotten to that point since the spreading of magical information is kind of closed off for most people. We're trying to, not get everyone to know what they can do, so there is no real PhD of magic.
May looks at this young girl talking and realizes that she is very genuinely excited about this stuff. And it seems like it would be easy to get her talking about it.
Okay, yeah. So, theoretically, if my friend here,
She gestures to Home Run.
had some, surveillance curse problems, what would you suggest?
Oh, I would say if... It depends on the curse and its origin. I mean, if it's a curse, that means it's placed upon the soul. So I would say some kind of soul-related magic or curse-breaking magic overall. It depends also on the strength of the observation curse and what it's meant to observe. I mean, some curses are like watching someone from a video feed, some others are mind visual reading, others are that you see from their eyes.
So, in theoretically, if there were like
May looks at her notes.
14
People cursed with surveillance curses at once. What would you assess the situation to be?
I would say that then the origin of the curse would be... Oh boy, I would say the effect upon the person giving the curses must be... They must have a way to selectively see them, because it could be quite overwhelming to have 14 perspectives of sight at the same time. It can be quite an overload, so I believe if you do that amount of curses, it would be something something with a turn off, turn on function, or something along those lines. I'm sorry, I don't really know what you want to know.
No, thank you. I'm just I do not know anything about magic. I know stuff about like fictional magic, but not real functional magic. And I'm just working a theory. Thank you. I really appreciate your input. You're really smart and educated about this.
Oh, thank you. And you see her shy away a bit more, overwhelmed by the compliments. And as the conversation rages on, you see that people are starting to come back. All of you take a quick glance at the clock and you see that, oh, the lesson is about to be over. You're supposed to hold a speech now about the Iliad and the themes about the verses you were given.
Hey, look, all the other guys are coming back. Wait, all the other guys are coming back. Shit, the assignment! What are we going to do? We have just been talking about magic stuff.
Oh no.
May puts a hand on Home Run's shoulder.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure me and Alesha got this, right, Alesha?
There only needs to be one of us to go up and report our findings. I know what to say, but I kinda don't want to stand in front of the entire class.
Oh no, Alesha, it's okay. I'm just saying, us homeschool kids, we have analyzed the Iliad before, right?
And she winks.
Yeah, we have.
I'll handle this.
You see Magnus returning towards the classroom. Okay, everyone, I hope you've done your assignments as you should. I want you all to nominate one inside your group, and that one will hold a short presentation about the themes of the passage you were given. Now, let's start with group 5.